Yes.
We're live.
What? Already? How?
I also completely forgot that my name in Discord is Mordion's worst enemy, so that's gonna look really unusual. Yeah, they'll figure it out. They'll figure out who it is.
That's hilarious.
I keep waiting for the one multiplayer session where it's like, it's gonna be me as Mordion's worst enemy. It's gonna be Mordion as Smasher's best friend. Smasher as Mordion's best friend. And then just throw in Verve as Sen Genghis Khan.
I too like being sent Genghis Khan to be destroyed. I love, playing in Mongolia in Civilization is pretty great.
Yeah, but do they get nukes?
I mean, if you make it through enough of the tech tree, you do.
Oh my god, dude. Well, Doof. I don't know what to expect today. I outside of getting my mind blown, apparently.
Yes.
It's also, been over a month, so I gotta like remember.
Did you refresh yourself yesterday?
No.
Oh no.
I have like in the back of my head. I looked up a little bit.
Okay.
It's like hard because I didn't want to spoil myself accidentally.
I'm acting like an amateur.
Oh my god, Phaser.
Ben Cernock Benjamin R. Sama Person Sam R. Jag Eftersum Jag Har Glomtmit Low-Centered for Mitter Sprungliga Kanto. Jag Sparademit Low-Centered Pamin Datermen Jag Glomde Vod Det Var Sa Jag Scapade ETT Andra Kanto Sam Jag Oxa Glomde.
Oh, it almost made it through the entire alert. Almost the entire alert. He gave up with 2 words left. No!
Yeah!
No!
I'm not prepared to do
Oh
the
yeah,
R-A-N-D-M-A
yeah, I forgot you watched the
Obama
VOD,
help.
so you know now. You know I'm gonna make you do Grandma Obama.
God,
Doof, I hope you're ready. I hope you've practiced.
I didn't.
It's a good start.
I spelled grandma wrong though, so that's a good start.
Grandma?
GT Randma.
Get your Rand-
Grand Theft Randma.
I'd play it. It's got to be a mod already, I'm sure. But hi Verve. Hi Yukon Loss. Hi Phaser. Hi Mordion. I mean, really, in a roundabout way, I can't tell if they're excited for you to be Grandma or if they're mixing your name with Alabama.
I hope it's the former because I hate Alabama. No offense to whoever lives in Alabama, but you should move to a different state.
Clip that. At the state of Alabama's Twitter account.
Yeah, I'm gonna get canceled by
I'm
Alabama.
acting like an amateur.
Hashtag DOOFBAMAHYPE.
The alert didn't know how to spell any of that, or how to say any of that. It spelled all of it out. It's really sad. Well, I suppose it's just about time. This is slightly nerve-wracking. How is everyone today before I switch over?
Did anyone see the new Pokemon Legends Arceus leak? The whole Pokédex got leaked this morning.
There are quite the designs.
There are some choices.
There are some. Someone sat there and was like, you know what? That looks good. We're gonna sell that for $60.
No, I'm not gonna talk about. Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about Gray Ace Attorney. Okay, that makes sense. But I'm not gonna talk about the Pokemon spoilers. I just want to let you know that they now exist.
And if you see them, you're probably not gonna be disappointed because there was no hope in the first place. So don't feel bad if you accidentally see them.
Can't wait till these are can't wait till these are printed on Pokemon cards.
Oh, it's gonna be hideous. How much longer until Legends is out? That's this month, isn't it?
It's like in 2 weeks or less.
Oh my god.
I know already.
It's gonna be so bad. Like, I'm trying to stay hopeful, but man, it's rough.
I'm pretty hopeful.
I'm just like, I'm happy.
I mean,
I'm happy again. It's at least something different.
It literally cannot be any worse than Sword and Shield, though. I mean, I guess it could.
You say that, Doof. They'll find a way.
It's such a low bar to not get over, though.
They'll find a way, Doof. They always do. Pokemon failures, Arceus. Mordion. Spoilers. They did not. At least as far as I know, unless there's more.
No, I think the Twitter thread showed everything.
Is that everything? I feel like there won't be too many like new forms or evolutions.
Yeah, all the person's been posting so far has been shiny forms, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, and some pre-evolutions.
Yeah.
I'll post. I'll DM you this.
Smasher. I'll never forget you.
Bye, Smasher.
Smasher lived as she lived. Not wanting to live. But I'm gonna switch screens here. Cause I think it may be showtime. Also, I said this to Doof after we went live, but ignore the fact that my Discord name is Mordion's worst enemy. You know, if anyone new comes in, they'll figure out who I am. They'll figure it out quickly.
They figured out that you're Mordion's new worst enemy.
Doesn't take much.
If you're Mordion's worst enemy, what does that make me?
I mean, do you like to be his enemy?
No, not really.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
Witnesses!
Oh, God. I forget the voice I gave Van Zeeks. It's gonna be really awkward eventually when all of the Great Ace Attorney VODs are up, and there's gonna be like this giant disparity between like part, I don't know, 4 and 5, where all the voices are just different. Except for Grandma Obama. And even then it'll be different because it'll be Doof. Godspeed, Doof. Witnesses! I trust you heard the summation examination we have just had to endure. What was Beppo? That was Luigi, wasn't it?
Was it?
Oh, yes, sir. That I did, sir. I think fair play I gave Mario, I think. Oh, fuck. Of course I heard it. I don't remember what I gave first.
No, Best Girl has not shown up yet.
Doof, give me a first.
I don't know.
This is a great start.
Do a Garfield voice.
Oh yes, sir. I heard it.
It's so unfitted.
You, sir, on the end. The coachman. I believe it's Beppo. Yes, sir. My lord, sir. If it transpires that in your previous testimony, you were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You were advised to bear that in mind, sir. Oh mio Dio! Is Luigi in JoJo? Is that a motherfucking JoJo's reference? Also,
JoJo didn't exist back in the turn of the century.
yeah, neither did Phoenix Wright, and look how that worked out.
Time travel.
People in chat, how's the game audio, especially once we get going? Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination. It's good, okay. I'm stuck in that I have to have the game audio and the Discord audio, like, in one output, because this game absolutely hates trying to be used with a router. I only carried for 4 passengers that night. I swear it. Well, Luigi, I for one was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus. He fiddled us on the fare, he did. And then I saw the blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much, John. I tell you, I saw McGilded stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands. No, yes. Yes, he stabbed him. Yes, he did. I think so, yes. Doof, I'm gonna hate my life before long again. Counsel, make sense of this for me, please. The phantom fifth passenger conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend never existed. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cozinage?
Google it. Here, I'll Google it for you.
Boo bitch.
The art of practice of cozening. That's very very helpful.
Thank you, Google. You're doing great work.
Of a petty trick or fraud, deceive. To pursue or induce to do someone by cahooligan. That's not how you pronounce that word.
Sorry, we gotta look up Google again for collusion. However you just said that.
Jade.
I don't remember what I gave juror number 5. Bemo, explain yourself. No, I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster. The guild's fare is 4 pence across the board, you know that. Am I to understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare? Why can't they just go from juror number 6 and give this dialogue to juror number 6? Did I say number 6? I think number 5 over to number 6. It's really important. Just pan the camera a little to the right. It's so cold, and the last run of the day is always half empty. You have been dishonest, coachman. No, I'm sorry. You're a disgrace, Beppo. A disgrace. And your selfish actions have brought dishonor on the entire guild. If I may, sir. I had to pay 10 pence on the bus just last week. How does Garfield afford this?
So much bus corruption.
I don't know how buses work. 4 passengers at 5 pence each is, yes, 20 pence. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't make the result come out differently. No, that figures. Well, it would appear that one of the aforementioned misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please. We've already had the pleasure of a protracted summation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor games. Oh no, I forgot what I gave this guy. I forgot the voice I gave this guy, and I just remembered what it was.
What was it?
I see you intend to continue the parlor games. I forgot it was that voice. You're welcome, Phaser. I hope you enjoyed that. Absolutely. That was Ryunosuke saying absolutely, not Phaser. I only carried 4 passengers that night. I swear it. But, Well, I, for one, was told... Oh, this is the same. This is the same dialogue.
Yeah.
Just really not right, Garfield saying he fiddled us. That's really not the right... That's really not the right phrasing.
Never press A and D to go forward and backwards in statements.
Oh, you're right. God, Doof, you're smart.
It took me, like, the entire first trial to figure that out.
All too much. Hold on, I gotta remind myself of what I have. Armband, autopsy, crime scene, defendant's leather gloves, the omnibus with Phoenix Wright.
The entire
The
omnibus.
entire bus in my pocket.
I got the whole bus.
Localized.
In my pocket.
Localized entirely
Localized
in my pocket. Ledger. Okay. So victim owned 20 guineas. Hold on, I gotta... What is in... Did I ever look at this?
I don't know.
I don't think I ever actually looked at this last time. I don't know if I had it. This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London's gentry. Oh dear. Do you really think we ought look inside? Well, it's not as though we know any of London's gentry personally, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder. I assure you, we will not find Mr. Sholmes' name inside. I can hear myself in your mic, dude.
How?
I have no idea, but all of a sudden I can. Let's see what we find. Like, now I don't hear myself.
Oh, weird. I have the stream muted, so...
Oh my god, Doof. Doof, why are you the way that you are?
Can't read this.
This is a very low-res, 120 by 120 PNG. Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it? Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off. Oh, goodness! What is it? Look at this. Do you see the name here? It says Phoenix Wright. Bruce Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? It does sound strangely familiar, actually. Bruce Fairplay, the witness testifying at this very moment. Yes, of course, the banker. Why is his name in here? He borrowed 20 guineas, did he? And look, the repayment date is fast approaching. It's possible that this is just a coincidence, of course. But this could be very useful information. Oh. I feel like this is something I got, like, at the very end of the last part.
I think it might have been.
Was there...
Oh, so what's your opinion on the Subnation examination?
Doof, I don't even remember what that was. That's how long it's been.
Oh my gosh.
Was that the thing with the jury?
Yeah.
You know? It gave me more Grandma Obama. That alone.
Makes it worth it.
Oh, 100%. It was interesting, though. It's weird dealing with a jury in this game. It's enough having multiple witnesses. Because that's so, like, not something in Ace Attorney. That part is the sheath, isn't it? Are you alright, Mr. Naruto? Oh, sorry, yes. I just don't really like blades. Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist. Phrasing. That's not a blade. That's not a blade, that's Kazuma's soul. Anyway, there's no sense of delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Oh my god. That's a lot of blood. Or...
It's a little bit.
Or...
Fruit punch.
Yes, in ice cream form.
Yeah.
I completely just Mr. Naruto said because I was too enamored with the fruit punch ice cream.
He said the exact same thing you said.
Fruit punch ice cream?
No,
Oh.
he said it's a lot of blood.
No, damn it. It surely is blood. The victim's. An Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood. Did you think it wouldn't? Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. Yes, I do understand. Is there... There's an M, but that's probably for... Yeah, an ornate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus McGilded's initial.
It's for Mordion.
Mordion! Can you stop murdering people? And it's beautifully gilded, too. It must be very valuable, I should think. Ah, what is it? Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a wumbo! This could change everything. A wumbo? Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it now. Fucking goddamn it. How dare he use that word? How dare Capcom use that word?
Mordion, you killed the bricklayer because that's your knife. He has an M on it. And totally not a W.
Mordion, why did you stab the fruit punch ice cream? Why do you have fruit punch ice cream? I'm afraid I don't know at all, but what I am sure of is that this is an M. Oh, well that idea was quickly quashed.
How do you not like fruit punch ice cream?
Is that actually a thing?
I mean, it's basically sherbet.
I guess it helps I don't like sherbet.
Oh, I love sherbet so much.
Hold it! It's okay. Earlier, you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you? Oh god, yeah, I forgot you could switch between witnesses during a press. Oh, yes. Yes, that's right. You said that the victim was on the floor, and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip. Garfield looks stunned. No, I suppose. Might have, you know, yes. Put the cart before the horse, maybe. What's this? Ooh-woo? Well, I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving the horses when I heard a scream from the seats on the roof deck. Oh, I expect that was me, John. When I turned around, yes, I saw through the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor, and the knife was sticking out of his midriff. Do you think this hat conceals the Terminal 7?
Oh my gosh, it might. Maybe it's a hat of Holden, so it can hold a lot more than what it contains, so it would hold that massive Terminal 7 head.
Does Terminal 7 make you cold inside? Is that why he's constantly freezing?
I don't know. I haven't researched much of Terminal 7.
Do?
Yeah.
You gotta pull up Google again.
Okay, fine. Okay.
That's right, yes. And the fellow holding the handle was the famous man, yes. So, in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all. I really thought that I did, but when I go over it again in my head, No, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of the stabbing, did I? Oh my god, Mario is having an epilepsy.
Does Terminal 7 brain cancer make you cold? There's nothing saying it does.
I'm glad,
Oh, you missed the epilepsy. I missed the epilepsy. Darn it.
I'm glad I put that in your search history now. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. You know, Doof, I should really give you, like, one of these voices to do.
Well, here's the thing. I'm delayed because I'm only seeing the visuals.
Oh my god, Doof. Doof, what if can I broadcast this into our...
Oh my god.
Hold on.
I mean, I guess if you want to. Oh my gosh, you're live.
Oh my god.
Well,
I don't know if this is gonna work.
I mean, I guess I can also listen to the music if I do this. Oh boy.
Oh my god. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? Some days are like that. No chance. Some days are just like that. Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on the top of an omnibus, that is. Doof,
Yes.
give me your best fair play.
Peepin'? I'm a respectable city banker, I'll have you know.
Doof, you're hired.
And I know what I saw. I remember it as clear as day.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
It just went on its own.
It just went on.
Thank you, Mr. Fairplay.
No, excuse me if I was getting a little hot under the collar there, my lord.
I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what exactly you saw.
Oh, I can do that alright. I'll tell you just how grim it was.
Oh my god, we're gonna hear from Doof herself. I can't believe Doof was the witness to a murder.
Yeah, I think I'll forget. Oh,
Did I hit? God damn it!
just press A. Yeah. I'll tell you I saw McGilden stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands.
Huh. Interesting. Think I'd forget the site? Oh, sorry, that's you.
Oh, do you think I'll forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after that butcher stabbed the man?
Don't I have a thing for this?
Did you see the hands?
He had the
Did you
gloves on. Why did the gloves go through the fruit punch ice cream? Blood-soaked hands?
Well, I admit that soaked might be laying on a little thick, but... But anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it.
Dude's got a cane.
Now
She's
use
jacked.
it.
Yeah, I've got a long katana slung from my waist. Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar.
Is that your katana? Or you're just happy to see me. What?
Oh, this is a mistake. Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question.
Oh, yes. Right.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there. But, as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-hand glove. He was busy with his right hand. Okay.
Arrgh!
Don't put your cane up to your mouth after I say that. Please. In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent. Doof.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it can't be right.
Oh my god! Doof!
So yeah, there's a lie here then, hey? Oh, bad. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Oh, I'm so happy.
I tried my best. Do your best, do your best, do whatever. Garg!
I guess you could say you're doofing your best.
Yesterday's VOD got copyright strike for that song.
Did it really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing. I forgot what I gave this guy.
Oh, give him a gay voice.
Can I do that?
I don't know.
I'm
Sure,
gonna get
why not?
canceled.
No.
Oh, yeah, I
it's
think-
gonna be.
I think
What?
he did have a Jaeger voice.
Oh yeah, Jaeger's kind of a gay voice. You think about it.
God, I can't believe Namco Bandai broke down sexuality barriers. That's crazy. That's right. You were quite clear about it. You said, "Kyung." It was both hands.
Grrr.
Naruto's like, Jesus Christ, what am I doing here? Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question.
Does it?
You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
I.
Objection!
Oh my god. It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands, it was only one. But the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused. Huh? No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands. Which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court.
Grrr.
I'm just so happy your last, 4 lines have just been... That's it!
Get else. Well, why? I'm a city baker for pity's sake. My word should be the gold standard. Did the gold standard exist back then? I don't know.
Oh.
I think it did. Oh. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snipe. Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate. I don't know that word.
I've never seen the word gutter snipe.
Okay, we have to Google both. of
Here we
these,
go,
okay?
Google.
Okay, gutter snipe, a street urchin, a person of the lowest class.
Huh.
Okay, and then prevaricate.
This stream not sponsored by Google.
I'm actually using Merriam-Webster dictionary. To derivate from the truth.
Huh. He's claiming to have no reason to lie. But is that really the case? Mr. Naruto, if we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, it could turn the tide in this trial completely. Something to show this man has a compelling reason to lie in his testimony. It's the 20 guineas. I
The
have
20
evidence.
guinea pigs.
How did guinea pigs become currency in Great Britain?
I don't know, but it's pretty blessed actually.
My lord. Yes, counsel. The defense is ready to present evidence. By Jove, are you sure? Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had reason to lie in his testimony. Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates a motive for the witness's alleged deception of the court. I think it's Phoenix Wright. This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded. Yes, a list of innocent victims, crippled by the accused's extortion. The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently indebted financially to the accused?
No, well, it's barely worthy of being called a debt.
I'm so excited to eventually just make a highlight video of Doof saying, "Ah!" 15 times in 30 minutes. According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say?
Well, what of it?
Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case?
These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties.
Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to a capital punishment, all outstanding debts which are owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist. Cease to exist? Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw? In a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant.
Grr.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude just murdered someone.
Order! Order! Order!
Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
Yes, my lord.
Let me ask you again. And be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir.
Grr.
Did you, or did you not, see the precise moment in time in which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim?
Your
No,
silence.
no, no.
Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
All right, let's not make a melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did overstate the truth a pinch,
A pinch?
but it makes no difference. I definitely never see blood on McGilded's hands. Both of them.
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
Grr. You keep saying.
Hey, Doof.
You what?
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, John.
No, shut up.
Go ahead, Mr. First. Well, the thing is, it was Monday. I think I remember seeing it myself as it happens. Seeing what? The blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. It looked like lasagna sauce. I think, yes, I'm almost sure that it was on both of his hands, not just one, John. What? What? Oh my god, they killed a man. It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all you witnesses. This time I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Yes.
Mr. Naruto, this is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly at last. Yes. I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. I'm so happy I don't need to do Bruce Fairplay anymore.
There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might have said I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired. if that matters.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attackers' hands with marinara sauce on them. I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard that scream.
Anyway, the fact remains, there can't have been anyone else inside the carriage that we have all seen.
Well, lo and behold. In truth of fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated.
I apologize, my lord, but honestly... there was no one else inside the carriage, and the man's hands are covered in blood.
I'm gonna see something really quick. I gotta pull the entire omnibus out of my pocket. Can I?
Omnibus.
Would you be able to see? You wouldn't be able to see everything from where you're sitting. At least if you're. At least
they already mentioned this. They can only see that seat, but not the seat below them.
Yeah. I say it's especially rough if you're in that front bench, because at least in that back bench you could kind of like look forward a little bit, or lean forward and look back. That front bench is like,
Also, I realized that my voice for Fair Play is similar to my voice for Susie for Undertale.
I think you have a type, dude.
I guess I do. Grr, that much incriminating evidence is tantamount to saying what we saw the man do to it.
What? What?
I butchered that line. Saying we saw them. Just an awkwardly awkward sentence, okay?
That sentence really didn't make sense. It's really not what testimony is about. Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. I just put it back in my pocket. And now you want me to get it out again. The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating the witnesses' accounts. And now you stuffed it back in my pocket. For one line. In other words, there was no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case. Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel. Yes, my lord. So, like, that last line, that fifth one. I'm gonna see it again. The fact remains there can't have been anyone else inside the carriage that we all would have seen. No, you wouldn't have. You couldn't have. Hold it! Doof, you're a liar!
No, you.
Oh my god, she got me. And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight on the roof of the omnibus.
That's right. It was fiercely cold that night, but the glass wasn't frosted over.
No, yes. I remember I was shivering. It was so bitter. Which rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place.
Well, I don't know about this young fellow, but I couldn't enter the cabin.
Oh? Why not?
It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door.
You gotta knock harder, dude. It was locked?
That's right! And it's a public bus service, for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play. Ah, you like my pug? I hope you like my pug. Punk.
I'm muting, too.
I'm muted.
Mordion, do you wanna do
heck?
fair play now?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Just a second, my cat knocked over a plant. I'll be right back.
Doof is a mess. Yes, I had exactly the same experience. I tried knocking, but the gent inside just gestured at me to clear off. so we had no choice but to climb up to the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below. I just need Doof to scream this line in the distance. I'll never forget Doof.
Well, I can assure you I wasn't just looking down. I was glaring, long and hard.
I'm glad I didn't let Doof read that line.
And that's precisely why I can tell you with absolute confidence that if there was anyone else at all in that cabin, I would have noticed.
Unequivocal, I would say. I'm not sure about these two witnesses. Beppo is okay, but I'm not sure about these other two. Could they really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight? No. They might not have been able to. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. Can we stop bringing this thing out of my pocket? It's really uncomfortable. You were riding this omnibus and witnessed the events in the cabin through the skylight and the floor of the upper deck. Is that right? Has this thing just been sitting in the courtroom the entire time? The entire time? Where did they find the room?
That's right, yes.
In that case, there is a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you.
What?
My golly, John. Really? Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied. That at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection!
Oh my god. Just trial an entire cruise ship in the courtroom. Yeah, everything from case 2 is gonna come to a head. It's all gonna take place in the courtroom now. Enough hypothetical meandering, my Nipponese friend. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is here, in the flesh. I don't know how, but it's here. Very well. I will uphold the prosecution's demand. You will identify the area on this cross-sectional plan of the omnibus. Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting that this potential extra passenger could have been situated? Right here. If they're here, it's here. Present. I get used to like double clicking when I want to like look at things. I have to like actually press R on that. Both rows of seats on the roof face in the direction of travel, whereas the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other. Which means I can't believe all these people have the exact same outfits and the exact same canes. Has anyone here ever worn a top hat? What is the experience like? I feel like that's like its own adventure, just to wear a top hat. The visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight, is as I've drawn here.
Ah!
That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite the one on which the victim and his attacker were sitting is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it. I'll miss Doof and her screams. Oh my god, Doof. It's okay, Doof. Take your time. Doof, if you need to Google how to clean up a cat spilling plants. It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You Nipponese have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity. I concur with the prosecution's rejoinder. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, Counsel. That is, unless you're able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude. Can you, Mr. Naruto? The same. I don't even know where he is. I haven't seen him at all today. He could be taking over the world. And you know what? Good. I'm ready. I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been in the other seat, which was out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck? I have an inkling. It's a deduction. I would unironically, like actually doing this a doof, I would unironically love to have just a bunch of people in voice chat just voicing a bunch of characters. Like unironically, I would love that. Everyone gets a stab at Grandma Obama. I understand, my lord. The defense would like to put forward a name. You are a fool. That response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own limitations. Let's read a fanfic! I need Mordion to give me his best Garfield. A toast to hard lessons not yet learnt. Let us not delay, Counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. On that night, on the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus cabin that was obscured from view was... I gotta, like, remind myself of all these characters I have. I forgot this guy even existed. It's Magnus McGilded, though.
Take that!
The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Mick?
Mr. McGilded? What are you talking about, Counsel? That's the name of the defendant. Beppo can't believe it.
Objection!
Oh my god. Oh my god! Think of all the glass! If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hollow chalice, do forgive the courtesy. He almost started a fire! Lord Van Zeeks. Or Zykes. People talk of those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learning and culture of their own. But I see they use the terms ill-advisedly. What are you trying to say? Let me explain in terms that even a student of an artless backwater such as yourself might understand. Wow! An artless backwater? Wow. When the bloody scene unfolded, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact. It's the very premise on which this case is built. Artless backwater is really good. But that premise may be wrong. What? If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way. What inconsistency, Counsel? The defendant's gloves, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claim that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection!
Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains.
Objection!
The point is, even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance. Yes, their testimony remains unchanged. Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night. A third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on that passenger's hands. Both of them.
Objection!
That's a change. And
back.
who? Oh my god, dude, you scared me.
Sorry.
Okay. I was not ready.
I'm sorry.
He's okay, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
And who is this ooh-woo third party? Obviously, the true culprit.
Extraordinary! Order! Order! Order!
What exactly are you postulating?
Objection!
The defense's postulation is just that. Nothing more than ooh-woo conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused. But when elaborating on this testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. Dude.
I'm sorry, I was just saying, I was just watching the cat walk towards another pet. I'm like, you better not tip that one over either. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes. The tops of their heads were obscured by the roof. I could see the rest of them though.
I just want everyone to appreciate the fact that Doof in a time of crisis and dread is giving her best Bruce Fairplay. just dreading what's about to come.
I am.
Yes, that's right. And I'll be the cat who knocks over the plants. Both gents are most certainly had it. Hatters do not tend to notice such things, John. In what particular styles of hat did the two gentlemen sport, Mr. First? I'm afraid I don't remember. And you call yourself a hatter? The style of hat makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin. How can you be sure? Did you have the omnibus in your pocket? Because if there had been, the accused, Mr. McGilded, would undoubtedly have offered to depose the fact. Unless, that is, you are proposing an even more preposterous explanation? That the accused failed even to notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin in which he traveled. Ah, what if it's someone he's protecting? He's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McGilded would have been unaware of it.
Order! There is clearly a simple solution to this problem.
Get Mr. McGilded on the stand. Bring the accused, Mr. McGilded, to the stand.
Well, what say you, counsel?
The prosecution objects, my lord.
On what grounds?
As a suspect, he will have already made a full statement to the police. But what if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely? Magnus McGilded is no uneducated ruffian. If it indeed turns out the man has been withholding information, you can be sure it will have been a most deliberate act.
Counsel for the defense, what is your opinion?
My lord, should we ask Mr. McGilded to testify or not? Absolutely. Get that man out here. Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. Hey, Doof.
Yes. Oh no.
You want to give me your best Magnus McGilded?
Oh no. You're canceled.
That's the whole point, Doof.
Okay, sure, let's go with it.
The defense would like to call Mr. McGilded to the stand.
In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury.
I don't remember what I gave juror number 1.
Oh, yes, I need a little time to consider this.
If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilded has to say.
Get the man out here, I say.
It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony.
When something needs doing, get it done. That's how I run things at the guild.
Hearing what the patron of the favorite little park has to say. Oh yes, that would be lovely. Yes. Stop laughing.
Thank you, President Two.
Yes, the jury says the man must be heard.
Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once. People are going to be really confused as to why Grandma Obama has a different voice. Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear. Let proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day?
To be sure I have, my lord.
Get the cancel police on the phone. Get them here quickly. Juve, quickly, Google their number.
911.
No, yes, what's your emergency?
Don't let Icicle hear my Irish impression, please.
Quick, get Icicle on the line. Google Icicle's phone number. There are now two matters on which the court desires to hear from you. The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin, as proposed by the defense. The second is that if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal that fact from the police?
Begad, no. 'Tis not my nature to hide anything at all.
Just answer the questions, please.
The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell yous all, or keep my mouth shut?
You know, this is a better voice than what I gave him. It's better than what I did.
You know, that might be true.
It is. Tell us what, Mr. McGilded.
The fine fellow representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage on that night with myself and the other man, there was another passenger.
So he was protecting someone. It's true.
Aye, and 'twas with me who helped the little urchin get away after all happened.
This is the first time I can say this. Doof said the thing.
Aye!
Doof said the word.
Also, I like how you use urchin instead of gutter snipe, which means a street urchin.
Is Magnus McGilded Marcia from Path of Radiance? Where is Clambake? Or Sponge Brain? Oh my god, and you know what? Both their names start with M. Oh my god.
Confirmed!
Whose knife really was it?
Confront.
You. What?
Collapses.
I need a new murder trial for Rinosuke Naruto. No, Magnus McGilded. The convenient excuse can't save you now.
I'm truly sorry, so I am, Lord Van Sykes. I'm sure you'd be wanting to know why I said nothing when I was taken in by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you.
Which was?
Well, the little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved, you see.
A little child. What?
If the police had known the wee was on, well, the wee one was there. They have assumed she done it. They're uphold her into this here courtroom just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that.
I didn't know I wanted Doof to say the word we in this voice.
You want
But
me to say it again?
not like we, but we with 2 E's. And yes, I do.
Wee.
Ew, we. Yeah, dude.
Nothing.
This idea was a train wreck. When Doof said my mind was gonna be blown today, I didn't know it was gonna be this.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm good.
Are you? Are you though?
I moved until you said, "Are you?"
You guy, we've lost her. Are you a Doof? Are you sure?
Oh, my chest. Okay. I'm good. Okay.
Are you sure? Are you you're
No,
good?
stop it. Don't do that again. Don't do that again.
Okay.
Please. Oh my god.
Do we have a murder trial for Doof?
Oh my god. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord.
Yeah, I can tell.
And young throats.
And who is this young child of whom you speak?
That I don't know.
You don't know.
Well, the wee team just happened to be in the carriage that night. I never saw her before.
Yeah. I'm trying to get close to the mic to do this voice, but every time I wheeze. We have absolutely no reason to believe this man. He thinks we is funny. The prosecution calls for the witness's statements to be disregarded by the court.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the urchin isn't here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings.
Ooh. What? Oh my god.
Ah, smoke!
Fire! There's a fire! Look, someone's trying to get away! After them! It's no use! I can't see anything through all the smoke. What is going on? Be careful, Mr. Naruto. Cover your face. Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. Who's gonna take the omnibus? Who's gonna...
Obviously, Ryu's gonna just take it in his pocket.
A credit to the judge for being able to find his gavel.
Smoke weed every day.
I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
Oh my god, this is so bright. We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff. Amid scenes of chaos as people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended. That's the end of part 2, yeah. Oh my god.
To be continued.
Huh.
So, you know the YouTuber Shay Phyllis Productions?
Shay Phyllis. I think I've heard that name, yeah.
He reviews like animated stuff. But he played the entire Ace Attorney trilogy in 2021, just like Mordion. Mordion did it first, probably. But it's kind of weird. He only played the first game in the package, but not the second. And he, oddly enough, didn't really like the first game that much.
Huh.
It's kind of weird because I loved it, and I think the second part is even better. So I don't know. Maybe he'll change his mind once he plays the second part, because the second part really completes the first part, and also vice versa.
I mean, I've been enjoying this. I mean, it's nice. Like, I haven't played. I guess the last mainline Phoenix Wright game I've experienced in like full def is Apollo Justice, which
Same.
clickbait over here in D question mark.
Yeah, D question mark, even though it was an A actually.
Doof,
Yes.
you are the worst kind of YouTuber.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's why I'm subscribed. 18th February, 12:52 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. What on earth just happened in there? How did none of the smoke get in here? Mr. Naruto, I've managed to find out what happened. Miss Usato. I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use. You're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. But who would have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear. Oh, a young girl. Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilded was just talking about? The wee ting? My thoughts exactly. So he wasn't lying. Oh, what's become of Mr. McGilded, actually? There are so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions, along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself? There's another matter that's troubling me. What's that? So, the girl she'd be 1 year younger than Susato? Susato's 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm keeping this in mind for when the girl shows up and she looks like she's like 7. I know it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen. What's that? The 20 pence. Oh, according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo. Oh, man. Mr. Beppo. He took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each.
Pepto Pismo.
That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly. But now it seems there were in fact 5 passengers. Which means the figures don't seem to add up again. The arithmetic makes no sense anymore. She's right, that is strange. Counsel for the defense, kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. We'll know soon enough, Miss Usato. Yes. Mordion, you gonna tell me she's a better best girl than Susato? Doof, how do you feel about this?
Wait, what feel about what?
Is the young girl I'm about to meet, is she a better best girl than Susato? Doof, either my friendship or Mordion's friendship hangs in the balance.
I think she's a really good girl, but I don't think she's as good as Susato. Just slightly below, I think.
How's it feel, Mordion?
I'm sorry.
How's it feel? Oh my god, she doesn't look like she's 7. Oh my god, I'm stunned. There's the young girl next to Mr. McGilded. Look. She must have been the one who caused the disturbance before.
Yeah, she looks like 8.
I was gonna say 7.5, but you know. If you round up, yeah. Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zykes. My lord? I believe you have established the cause of the smoke, which veiled proceedings earlier. Oh my god, excuse me, I just burped. It was like a burp and a hiccup in one. That hurt. It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army. Good gracious! The army? What in the devil's name? It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. And now occupies the stand. Your name, girl? Hey, Doof.
What?
How do you feel about picking up another voice?
I'm getting them both from the witness stand at once.
Okay, I'll do this one. Are you responsible for the smoke grenade, which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? You know, it's nice when she doesn't even have any lines.
Yep, that's gonna be the entire game. Totally.
I understand why she's best girl then. What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior?
If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McGilded?
I think perhaps I ought to explain here. Why, it is that we last year in the first place. Why did she try to vote like that? Tis all tied up with the events of that night, so it seems.
Very
I
well,
think
Mr.
my voice is half Jaeger as well. If you think about it.
Doof.
Is Jaeger just like an Irish voice, but like slightly different?
Sure. Doof.
Yeah.
Give me your best Jaeger.
I don't know.
That was a great Jaeger.
So how do Future Doof Unstoppable packs and Doof? Future Unstoppable. Oh, hi, Future Unstoppable.
Hi, Future Unstoppable. Future Unstoppable, for once, this isn't Future Doof talking to Future Unstoppable. Like, it would actually be, like, Present Unstoppable talking to Future Doof at some point during Fire Emblem, but right now this is actually Present Doof, which right now it's actually Past Doof. In this point in time, it's Present Doof, but as that past topic just goes, it's Past Doof, so Future Doof's just asking me just to shut up.
Nah, I can listen to this all day.
Oh my god, Doof, you're a monster.
It's not the first time someone's called me that.
It won't be the last time.
Cat! What the heck are you doing now, Cat?
Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case. Just what did happen that night? It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything.
On that night in question, I took the back seat in an omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then, Begorra, a loud thunder, a wee scream, and woke me up with a fair start.
What is Begorra?
You want to Google it?
I got you.
Collapsed on the floor at me feet, so I sat him up in the seat across from me.
Yeah.
I ran feet for seat.
It's an Irish euphemism for by God.
Wow.
Huh. Interesting.
You should have more often.
It's a really good word.
Then I turned to find out where the scream had come from. Bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away.
She's as tall as he is. Like... I remain somewhat baffled, I confess. But from what I gather...
Leprechauns are short.
What's that?
Leprechauns are short.
Can you not discriminate against leprechauns?
I'm sorry.
You're gonna get canceled again. From what I gather, on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct?
Tis exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the 5th passenger, my lord.
I've reached the point in this game where I forget who actually died.
Fraser, you say that, but actually one of the criticisms of this game that is kind of slightly racist.
Isn't that part of, like, at least from what I understand, like the time that this game takes place in?
Yeah, I mean it's clearly all like semi parodies,
Yeah.
and I guess a little bit of stereotypicalness. But I've seen actually articles of people getting mad over like the quote unquote racism of this game, which you'll probably see more of later on. I don't think it's that big of a deal at all, but
Yeah.
people are gonna be weird.
I mean, if it is something that's just like that's based off of like the time period, like I absolutely don't have a problem with it. I actually prefer having it than not having it. If they're trying to go for like a time period sense. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel? Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start.
That face right there looks like a face from Dixie Kong from the Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, I know the one.
You know what? I know, right? It's
Yeah.
the exact same expression.
It's a shame Mario Picross is a better game, though.
Oh.
Come at me, Douglas.
On the night in question, I took the back seat on the omnibus. Okay, I don't breathe.
No, you're good. You're good. Let me go back.
Bagora!
Bagora! Right, there it is. I'm gonna press through these. And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board?
Not. The cabin was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either.
You were the first passenger, as it were. I see.
And that's why I took the back seat as I did. It is the most comfortable, so it is.
Do if I counter 3. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat?
By all means, 'tis how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was seated. Like I said, 'tis the most comfortable, and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skyline from time to time as well.
How can he see over the hat?
He has eyes in his hat.
Is he the Daisy trophy model?
Oh my god.
I hope if I press on this, Naruto is like, what the hell is Bagora? A loud thud, you say? And a scream?
That's right. How can I explain it?
4.
I counted 4. 'Twas like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise.
So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed? I completely forgot that we were talking about someone dying because we've just ignored the actual person himself.
Well, no, I remember I was asleep at the time. I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me up and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fella on the floor.
You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream. From the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume.
Of me, no, my lord. 'Twas from inside the cabin. I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes.
The seat across from me, okay. You set him up? The victim, you mean?
That I did, on the seat across from me. As I said, I could plainly see the poor devil is already gone.
It was just like a perfect question for him just to say I. And he couldn't even do it.
And you wouldn't leave a dead man just laying on the floor, would you?
I?
Just a common courtesy, so it is.
I find that a little hard to believe.
Ara, Lord Van Zykes, how could that be?
You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. Damn.
Well now, as you know, I'm something of a special line of business.
The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest.
Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some wouldn't even see me dead. So I do try, where all as possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble.
Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there?
Heavens alive, no! I was just attending to report it, so I was. Only, I don't mind to find out the whys and wherefores first.
The whys and wherefores?
Right you are. There are some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do the same?
Yes. The scream he says he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing. Identifying where that scream to come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? And then the next one's about the little girl. I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim.
So I did, sir. So I did. As far as I can see, that is.
What do you mean by that?
Well now, 'tis a queer thing. That wee scream I heard was as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside.
Huh. Alright. Good gracious. Please don't tell me they're gonna make like a flatulence joke. Please. Under your backside.
Ye, where I farted. And when I lifted the seat which I've been sitting. It's so bad. I'm gonna ban myself.
Please. Get out of here.
I found there was a wee cubby hole for storage.
Oh, it was a really strong fart. Make that hole. Mr. Naruto, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember? You have it. I can see it sticking out of your right pocket. Yes, of course. The whole bus was submitted as evidence. I know. I'm packing it in my right pocket.
You know, just end every sentence with "in my pocket." This would be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside
In your pocket.
And that is when I found her.
In your pocket.
Anyways, you should probably look at the omnibus in the pocket then.
That requires work to pull it out of my pocket.
It's true.
You say she was hiding herself.
Aye, that's right.
Bye.
'Twas hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball when our eyes met. Well,
What is the Wii counter at? It's gonna be almost double digits.
who's been counted in the weeds?
Mordion?
Me heart nearly start beating in my chest. Thanks, Meaty Master.
You're really overacting this. Oh, could you see that?
Yeah.
Oh.
You
Thanks,
you
dude.
didn't put yourself to offline. Still in all, I pulled it out from under there.
What about Meaty Mister? Oh shit!
Oh, I thought it was Meaty Master. And she sat her on the opposite side, so she have a wee chin wag with her.
You know what? It's okay if anyone else pops up online or playing a game, I guess.
Oh, try to make your cameos.
Quickly, Mordion, launch a Steam game. Is this seat opposite?
That's next to the dead gentleman there.
You set this young girl next to a corpse, sir?
Well, as I'm sure I mentioned,
Hi.
a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger.
So really, this man is a criminal of emotional trauma.
So, I need to find out just who is the urchin it was. You see, I butchered that sentence. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. I felt his voice this time.
Presumably, that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seat.
I didn't know good cats could scream. Right you all again, I would say, sir, even though I didn't know cats could scream.
Oh my god! Look at all the marinara sauce! It's everywhere!
Looking down through the skylight, you must have seen the young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly.
In other words, the previous witnesses did not, in fact, see you at all, Mr. McGilded. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was, in fact, this girl and the late Mr. Mason.
Aye, my lord.
6.
I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight.
Why is juror number 3 still with a knife?
Why are you not with a knife?
Dude.
Just a question.
I don't have an answer.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question.
It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature.
Why do I need a knife when I have a long katana swung from my waist?
And readily confused, perhaps, with this young girl.
I just want you to think, on my left side, I have a long katana swung from my waist. In my right side, I have a giant fucking omnibus in my pocket.
After that, of course. With the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up to the horses.
Thank you. I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is the girl?
Gina Lestrade, my lord.
Gina Lestrade.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
Let's ask our residential Gina Lestrade fan, Mordion.
Is it Gina? It's probably not Gina.
What makes you say that, too?
Because no one wants their name to sound like angina.
You know, that's fair. It's fair, I respect it.
She's a chanter, earns her crest among large crowds, relieving people of the purses.
Huh.
What's commonly called a pickpocket.
I didn't know that was another name for a pickpocket. Huh.
What? This girl here? A petty thief?
Yeah, in fact, I think she's taller than him.
The only reason he might have the height is because of the hat.
Yeah, that doesn't even count.
Order,
And she's
order.
also bending over a little bit too, while he's upright completely.
Are we sure? Are we sure she's younger than Susato? Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question. Oh my god, she's got a gun! Ah! How dare you? What is the meaning of this? How'd she bring that into the courtroom? Ah! The girl, she's gone. Is this her talk? Who is this talking?
Is this Gina?
Oh, is this Gina?
Okay.
I'm over here.
Good gracious, how?
What was the point in that little sidestep? Also, how does the judge have nothing in his beard? I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slipped up and got caught up on the job. She got herself backed into a corner, so she knifed the gent. Go on, that's what's in your heads, ain't it? I love her hat. I just love the outfit.
I love the theme.
The theme is great. Is this specifically her theme?
I think it is.
No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast. She's got a gun!
Is that a fart gun?
Ew.
From Despicable Me?
I can't believe you're the one bringing the flatulence jokes today.
Someone's gotta.
Do they?
Yeah.
Doof, are you sure? Look, NASA for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these fingers. I'm a professional, all right? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. Let me guess. You don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs? See, Doof, they're smoke guns. Not...
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Oh, this? Yeah, this was in the packet lifted the other day. Thank you, Meaty Mister. For you guys who can't see, I don't think it shows up on stream. It only shows up for Doof because I'm screen sharing this in Discord. But every time someone goes in game on Steam, it appears in the corner. And Meaty Mister in the last 20 minutes has gone into Battlefield 2042 twice. So, thank you, Meaty Mister. Whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but you're on my friends list.
One of the reasons she is best girl, she has a gun. Morty, are you American? No, it's Meaty.
Meaty.
M-E-A-T-Y.
Yeah, Meaty Mister. I don't know who it is. Down where they keep the four-wheel drags. It's nice, ain't it? I like the pink best.
Do not wave that thing in my direction again.
How do we have guns and alcohol in this courtroom? So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question?
It's alright, lass. You can tell him the truth now.
Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said. The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as a valid and insignificant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question.
I think Gina has a southern accent.
Well, she was doof Bama all along. All right, if I have to. Back in my home state of Mississippi, where I dated my cousin, wife, brother.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I gotta remember now what I gave her, because now I'm just gonna do that accent. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for my troubles that night. I'll tell you can't see a blind thing in a hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then after a while, I heard this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of my skin, I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that. This swell found me. It did help me get away, mind. Oh my god. Yes, he let you go. I fail to understand why you would let the street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, 'tis simplicity, my lord. You see, she can't possibly have killed the other passengers. I knew that for a fact.
How?
As I'm sure I said before, sir.
Oh my god, let me pull it out of my pocket again.
I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration is called for.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. I'm sorry, a little bit of my Irish seeped through.
This is where I sat that night.
Okay, I was waiting to see if you would go again. Okay.
I almost did.
I was waiting. And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken is underneath the seat, I presume.
Yep, it's empty.
Yes, it does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature.
Aye, but of
7.
course, the wee lass was stuck in there.
7 for I, like 24 for we.
Because I'm parked myself on a seat for the duration.
Ah!
Should have said I, Judge. So you see, that's why I let the last bolt.
I!
I knew that. The police found her there. They'd automatically assume she done it, aye. But I couldn't live for myself, and a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent.
Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question.
Oh, my lord, not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of the less fortunate lass.
My goodness.
But for the perfect gentleman.
Every time.
My lord, this fine example of a man not possibly guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir.
Not
my God.
guilty.
How's it feel, Zykes? How's it feel?
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Thank you,
Is that-
typewriter
is
lady.
that all 6? Is that all 6? It's all 6.
And suddenly you just hear, objection. I, find a problem with this.
Sight's alive.
All 6 members of the jury, consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty? Mr. Naruto, it must mean what? That we're victorious. We've won? Are you sure?
Objection.
There
We
it
haven't-
is.
Oh my
There's the boot.
god!
There's the boot.
Is the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offends? Pray do forgive the courtesy.
God, he's flexible.
Oh yes, he is.
This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices.
We haven't actually figured out who killed Mason.
Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day.
Emotion?
The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature.
What do you mean, his true nature?
Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was incomprehensibly searched by officers of the police. In your pocket. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report.
Good lord. Begorra.
The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGilded's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat.
What?
Van Dyke's nuts! Hannah! Hey, Hannah, wait until you hear Doof's Irish accent.
Oh God.
I'm so happy you're here.
Oh, Icico's gonna cancel me.
Order! Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effective, counsel?
Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, none of us thought it would fit into this one man's pocket. The compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, my Nipponese friend,
Me?
when the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law.
I mean, I would hope so before someone actually put it in his pocket. You know.
Bray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be?
Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy.
Sorry?
Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. How this all is an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Dykes.
That's the Irish accent, Hannah. On a scale of 10 to 10, how would you rate? I'd give it a 5 on Yelp. Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter? How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of...
realize I was meant to be Irish. I succeeded. 5 on Yahoo Answers.
I didn't look. Sorry, I'm a failure. I didn't look. But I couldn't lie and pretend that I had.
Perhaps I credited you with too much intelligence. It seems, my lord, that this Eastern initiate is as unreliable as wine from the barrel.
Mr. Naruto.
Fact, you actually did look. I remember you doing so.
What'd I do?
You actually did look before. You just forgot.
I thought I did. I couldn't remember. It's been a month.
Well, now, it would seem like the argument is moot. And the truth of the matter is that you'll also see, after all, that their cubby hole under the seat isn't empty as the devil's heart. So it is.
I hope that just by picking I didn't look, it gave me the best possible answer. Naruto acknowledging he's a failure.
And by extension, yourself.
I mean, someone could clip that and just use that if they really wanted to. I'm giving you free ammo, Phaser. You're welcome. Don't say I never did anything for you. Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here? I'm shocked Mordion hasn't already clipped it.
I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The Guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible.
Are you sure?
What do you mean?
The money-lending fleecer and the pick purse are lying.
Oh!
These people really shouldn't be jurors if their minds change as much as they do.
Ah!
Hey, how come Ben's asking them to do a summation examination?
It's a good point. I can't believe I was nearly taken in.
Bye, Icicle.
Bye, Hannah. Who stole the fighting court evidence? The stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, the lot of them. What? Oh, no. It's a trick. Of course it's a trick. Are we not at all concerned this man could just turn and stab 2 people?
Quite so. I must concur here.
Oh no, it's all wrong. It's all going wrong. They're even.
They can't get Grandma.
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems. Oh, thank God Grandma didn't change. Look, really, have we lost if Grandma Obama's still on our side?
My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly,
That's an awakening thing.
I hate it.
a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate.
Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted, almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. The only reason I would ever like Fire Emblem Awakening is because it allows someone in the present who would basically be like, I don't know, 60 some years old to date their partner's daughter who is like, I don't even know, is of age. Like intelligent systems. What the fuck?
They're a Japanese company, okay? Don't judge.
Okay, this is what we just went through. I gotta remind myself. Right, old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me. Troubles at night. Scream just came out. Give me more. I want more Magnus McGilded. Give me more doof. And when Mr. McGilded discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place.
I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason?
Yeah, the bloke and a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit, and he ended up falling onto me.
Oh my god, that's gotta be terrifying. How awful.
Both me hands got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog.
Both our hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger saw. Yeah, that's what Do Fairplay said. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilded for a while. Is that correct?
He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name and what I was up to in that. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed. Sounded like Garfield.
Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume. I was Garfield. I didn't realize it was. Huh.
Well, I didn't want no one see my face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see if you can get away later."
Dude, that's what is, hold on, dude, what is Phaser saying you said is racist?
I don't know. I think when I said intelligence systems was
Oh, the Japanese company.
was the Japanese company.
Look, we're playing a racist game. We can say whatever we want. They can come for us.
All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they are all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want. Yes, I think you're right. And I have this niggling feeling. It's such... I hate that word so much. I hate that word. Every time I see it, I'm just like... And every time I have to read it, I'm like, oh god. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it.
Well, Phaedra, have you seen Pax's last name? It's totally an Irish name.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know, I'm just saying stuff now.
Have you ever seen Phaser's last name? It's clearly Australian.
True, true. So true. Yeah, Pax's last name is Play.
See, I'm thinking of how I can place its pitch in there.
Unless I'm misremembering, didn't McGilded say there's a cubby hole? Does that mean there's like an actual physical hole you can see through? Or is the cubby hole just the name of like that storage container?
It's the part underneath the seat.
Okay, so it's not an actual hole.
No.
Okay,
Until you lift the seat up, I guess.
that makes sense.
What? Ireland is a European country.
Yeah, my last name is German. So you know, Hitler and all. What a guy. So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all?
Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle.
I thought you were a pickpocket and not a butcher.
I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time the passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head. So when I opened to look out the crack, it was a crack I saw.
And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. I see.
Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like being thrown into clink.
Doof, what are you laughing about over there? Doof! God, that's scary. Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded?
Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Consul?
I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself.
Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was.
I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now.
Aye, and I don't know about yourself.
8? It's 8 now, right?
But I find that darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. Either 8 or 9, I forgot.
I think it's 8. I think.
Yeah. I suppose it does, maybe.
Miss Lestrade.
Did you hear something at night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring.
Jabbers! So the whole world is filled with foibles, you little scamp.
Pulling
Okay,
up,
okay.
pulling up
Another
Google.
2 words. Okay, you look up for jabbles, I look up foible. Okay.
Another way of saying bejesus.
Oh my god.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Okay, foible is a minor weakness or failing of a character.
Huh.
Okay, yeah.
I'm learning so much today.
What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers?
It's insignificant. It's profoundly important.
My lord,
I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important.
profoundly important, but all she said was that she heard nothing.
Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it.
I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern Mind, Council. Nevertheless,
She should have heard the scream.
Right?
Miss Gina Lestrade,
Unless she mentioned that and I just completely zoned out.
you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please.
What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me.
That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. I would do that. I would insult the judge.
I was straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring.
Where's... I always gotta, like, find Q.
So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time,
Since the moment you hid yourself.
Not exactly, no.
Sorry?
Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then, when I saw the swell getting on, I got me head down so he didn't notice me.
And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? That would be, like, actually terrifying. To be stuck in, like, a little storage area. And just have someone... Moving on, okay.
I was snoring, okay?
Fucking schmuck. The worst.
Yeah, would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug. So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave us, see? But would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So we just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to market, snoring like old dog he was.
Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? It doesn't add up. Miss Lestrade, what you just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
At odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely.
It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dual-witted as I feared.
So Van Zykes realized it too.
Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court.
According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilded snoring. But think, Inosuke, think.
Oh my god, cat!
Did the cat knock something over?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay, I heard that. I was like... Something else she should have heard. Show a person. Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person. I would say the Mason. She would have had to have heard the Mason getting on. The rice-fired Mason. Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus.
Did you do it?
Nani?
Okay, so I don't know what you knocked over because there's nothing on the ground, but I heard something. So...
I heard something too. There was definitely something.
There's nothing on the ground, so...
Famous last words, Stoof.
Order, order! Explain your reasoning, counsel.
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person aboard the omnibus was Mr. McGilded.
Sorry, I got distracted. My sister messaged me. That it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard.
I wish I had a webcam because my face is like staring off in the distance, just waiting.
At least not in plain sight. It's okay, webcam's overrated.
I agree. It's all clickbait, doof. And you know who knows about clickbait?
I do.
D question mark. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time.
Hey, not to say as much. I wasn't traveling with anyone else. That's what you mean.
Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure.
Nice crack.
I don't know which I don't know which crack I could see more out of. The one was rectangular, the other was round.
We are the worst.
I know. She's 15. Why are we putting her through this? And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all?
Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, wasn't it? Waiting for the swell to leave.
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage?
Ah,
We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts.
Ah! Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed.
Lord Van Zykes.
Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement.
It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend.
What are you talking about?
You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more.
God, typewriter lady's going crazy.
She's cracked. She's cracked.
How are her fingers moving that fast?
Yeah.
Ah!
And,
Oh my God, Grandma, no!
Guilty. Totally guilty. Yeah.
Grandma, no! She didn't even say anything. Uh-oh.
I didn't want to judge their dear little mite just because she has some rather naughty ways. I don't know.
Say naughty to me again, Obama.
Nani? Yeah. America. Yeah.
Hey, freedom isn't free. Brother.
But I must say, I can't abide by so-called liars. They disgust me.
You're interrupting my crocheting time.
Yeah.
You filthy Republican.
God.
Neither can I.
Mr. Foreman.
I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars.
Are they judging McGilded because of the witnesses lying?
I think it might be because of the accent.
Oh, true.
Like, I feel we're focusing so little on who actually stabbed the man. Like,
isn't that always with Ace Attorney games?
I mean, it is. Like, we're so far away from actually figuring out the truth. This is the most turnabout way of doing it.
Mr. Naruto, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty.
All that's left is the, who's left? The maid?
Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me.
He didn't even open his mouth.
Yes, very refreshing.
Ah!
Yeah, where are you playing at?
I've missed the guy.
If you all forgot what you're looking for, you use this Eastern Madden.
What is Abaddon?
I'm Madden? Oh, let's Google it.
Let's Google it.
Even though I'm using DuckDuckGo.
Oh, it's
a fool, loony idiot.
Huh. I'm learning so much about Irish dialect today. I didn't know I wanted to. This is Carnage. It's perfect.
Lick a knife.
Juror number 2 is the... Juror number 2 is the only one left. Mr. Naruto, the way this is going... I know. If we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilded's innocence, the judge will rule, and we'll have lost.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen. But those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Oh my god. Almost gave her a heart attack. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case.
What are you saying?
Counsel!
I'm sorry, sir? Whatever do you mean?
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once.
When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus?
What if there's another way in? There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. He was put there after he died.
Makes sense, yeah. So true, so true.
Big if true. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection!
No.
I wondered what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. In your pocket. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other has only windows. Fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than a door.
You're failing to do one thing, Zykes, and that's look up. But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered.
Oh, really?
Yes, one other way inside that isn't a door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin.
All right, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here is the omnibus in which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin?
It's the skylight. It's gotta be the skylight. The answer's obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say, the skylight.
Objection!
How is typewriter lady not run out of paper? Where does she keep finding it?
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However,
The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
so you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brain theory?
Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
Yes, which has already been explained. As the sound of the victim falling from his seat, having been assaulted with the dagger.
Yes, it has. But would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact.
Good gracious.
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it. Oh, shit.
Objection!
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible.
How can you be so sure?
Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony.
Well, yes, that's true, but... Oh my god, Stoof.
Might a humble fella make a wee comment here?
Mr. McGilded.
To be sure now, the two fellows who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not much a case of them saying oh wait, what? That's what was that sentence? Aye.
9.
'Tis the case of them being unable to say.
Isn't that what Doof just said?
I don't know.
I don't know what Doof just said. What?
I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Oh my goodness. Surely not. Those two chaps on the roof?
Good. You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were?
Ah.
That's my favorite impression.
Oh, they're back!
Oh my god.
Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer?
You rotter, he said. You rotter, John. What are you insinuating?
Wow. Man, first, huh.
This is a flaming outrage. I've got a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute.
He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said. And so will I, Odie.
Mr. Fairplay.
You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected baker.
And me, a very, very large orange cat.
Suggested that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's ugh.
God, my ears.
I protest in the strongest possible terms.
That's right. I protest too. About you, you rotten scoundrel.
Wow, was he always there?
Where's Beppo?
Beppo is irrelevant.
What about Mr. Beppo?
Order! 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 This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once.
But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, John, you know. My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Van Zykes.
It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof.
Accuse? I never intended to.
It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. You proposed to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimidated their criminal guilt. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation.
I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are we wasting time for? Get them to testify.
I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this matter through now, one way or another.
If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once.
Testify.
Oh, that's so cool.
Testify.
That's so cool. What's happening, Mr. Naruto? The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy. This is cool. I've never heard this in an Ace Attorney game.
Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
My lord.
You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yeah, yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this. I came for Little Zaga.
There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keeping pushing forward. Does that make sense?
I think that was a typo.
Yeah.
Oop. We're the only two people on the roof deck. Dead or alive, I can swear to that.
If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We instantly killed the man.
The skylight was shut the entire time, John. We couldn't possibly have opened it, Naruto.
If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof?
Oh my god, Doof, you're so scary.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
I
god.
get passionate sometimes.
I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine.
Can we just keep this thing out of my pocket?
how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith.
That's right, you see.
We're innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another.
What?
According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings. Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
Says the man with a knife in a courtroom.
Wow, he's so ahead of his time.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome.
Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord. Up on that roof deck, dead or alive, I can swear to that. Can I switch to characters?
I can't do that in this game.
That's so weird.
Hold it!
So, you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? The man is dead. Can we put some respect on his name?
Oh, let me know. Not once. Never.
He never met the man before, he said. Never.
And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either?
That's right. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. Bricks may look like lasagna, but it's not lasagna.
You only make that mistake once, John.
No, I imagine not. I imagine it doesn't look like lasagna.
You see? It's not lasagna. How many different ways can I put this?
I can't believe it's not lasagna.
Neither of us has the remotest connection to the gem inside the cabin.
What are you laughing about? I'm just gonna leave it on the screen just to see how long you were willing to do that.
Excuse me.
Mr. McGilded.
Yes, counsel? What can I be doing for you?
Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Can we get a 10th eye?
Not the remotest connection. Is that right now, I wonder?
Looking for a 10th eye.
What are you an insinuation now? Insinuating. Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been so long, so it has. Eh? If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaches and not your repayment date.
Oh.
I beg your pardon? You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
I love hearing Doof argue with herself. In 2 different accents.
Well, now, a touch of begrudgery, is it? Well, it's, let's go inside my head anyway, so, like... The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another.
Sorry, PacksPlay is now over. This is now Doof's therapy.
Yay! I tried a little therapy. Arrgh! And young Mr. First.
Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir?
You do be making hats for a living, do you not, Garfield?
So why does that hat keep falling off your head?
that their top hat slide on top of
Why
your
do I
head.
talk?
I love your own creation, assistant.
Why do I talk?
Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand? I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine jet walks through the door.
The perfect fit, is it? Well, tis a very distinctive design, so it is.
Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. They like getting cat hair on their hats.
Customers, such as thrice-fired Mason.
Oh, shit. Oh.
There is a photograph print of the victim submitted as evidence before, my lord.
There was.
Yep.
Oh, and it is the same design. Oh, wow. Oh, this you mean? Wow.
I can't help but thinking that the poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say?
Oh. That's one of my hats. Oopsie. Garfield did a foxy-wuxy.
Oh my god! Hi, that is.
10.
Would it seem that the brickmaker was a customer of yours? The sort of customer, outrager, you could have had a wee quarrel over with the distinctiveness of the goods.
That's like 40 Wii's now.
Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir.
Well, that's very nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here having the remotest connection to the victim, you see. I rest my case.
First, really needs to make a hat like McGilded's that doesn't fall off. How is McGilded's hat staying on?
You little weasel. Arg.
He's better at this than I am.
I was about to say that.
Gosh, Mr. McGilded has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he?
Please, don't let me interruption hold you up for proceedings.
Achievement
Yay,
unlocked.
achievement.
What the
Hat
hell?
Hunter.
What is Hat Hunter?
Hat Hunter is when you press on that statement and then preserve McGilded.
Oh.
So it really has nothing to do with the case. It's just more extra info, I guess.
Huh. So you've opened it. Go ahead and press on that. Oh. Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time?
Sorry. I'm gonna lose my block with you in a minute.
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said.
No, I said block, you buffoon. Take a look for yourself. Go on. You see?
Sorry.
Just shut fast now. Wait, what do you say?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Your hat was too loud.
I'm sorry, my hat is too loud. Just like it was on the night. So it is. Of course. A fellow decided Mr. Mason could likely break right through it. Steel and all. What? Just look at the size of that thing. You understand? Arr. No, oh, now you hold on for a minute, sir. The size of that thing means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
Some really wonky phrasing. Let's stop biting our cane, shall we?
I
Please.
get it, it's my comfort blanket.
Ugh.
I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind.
I hate this game. I hate this game so much.
Poppy is not so much lasagna.
broke wind loudly. I shocked myself with it. Such a dumb sentence. Yeah, same, Judge.
This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was, God,
Game, come on. Come on.
was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as rogue, I did. Rouge. It was Monday, sir.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside that cabinet of shame.
Look, I know Gina is saying something right now, but, like, if he's struggling that much with his flatulence, maybe he shouldn't be doing this. What do you got for me, Gina?
Excuse me.
Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade. It opens. Hmm? The skylight. This is what we're talking about, right? Not a gun! She's loaded! All them skylights open. Dead easy. You want to see me try? I'll shoot it. More easily than you can load that weapon?
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke... I...
You can't do it from inside, you mug.
Oh.
Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming out my ears.
Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be
Eulogizing. Oh my god. Eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, it got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was I used the skylight, opened the catch, and jumped right through.
What?
Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open it from the cabin.
The skylight opens from the roof deck?
That's a fire hazard.
Bailiff, climb up onto the...
He didn't have fire hazards in the almost 1900s.
But what if my pants light on fire? How are they going to escape?
Climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims. In his pocket.
There's that little handle there, that little hinge. Yep.
Oh, my hat.
See? God, I love the music in this game.
Order, order, order! So, it appears that the street girl's statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck. Everyone from Scotland Yard should be fired. That they couldn't see a giant hinge on the skylight. Mr. Naruto. I mean, that includes me because I also didn't notice it. This could be the clue we've been looking for.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. The thing. This thing. Skylight. So the skylight was fast and shut before. But now the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it. Huh. Can I zoom into it then? Yeah. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Huh. Can...
Did you see it?
Oh my god. No, I did not see that.
How could you have missed it? This is the second time examining the omnibus. You missed it both times.
I'm blind, Doof. Been in my pocket. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening. Oh, does it not? Oh, hold on. I didn't look at it the right way. Did I have to look through the bench? Thank you. Yes. I know, it's cold. Give me the blood stain. Oh my god. Do I have to go inside?
I think you have to go inside.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I think I remembered this. I think I did the exact same thing you just did, if I remember correctly.
Fucking Phoenix Wright trolley bus. Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Narhudel. Why someone like me? Ah! What is it? Look, just here. Look at this. That's without question. It's blood. It only took us 4 times to look at it. Why would there be a blood stain there? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? Scene of the crime, there's a blood stain visible in the frame of the skylight when it's open. Thanks, Phoenix Wright. Oh, there we go, thank you. Where's your proof? Okay, and then present on this one, the omnibus.
Objection.
Mr. Fairplay, I have a fair play of my own. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom.
What? That's utter humbug! Alright, can't possibly have any evidence.
How are his teeth not broken?
No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof. Here in this courtroom.
Localized entirely in this courtroom.
Counsel. My lord. I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude?
Oh, thank you for taking me inside, thank you.
You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
If they had left me outside and I would have been able to click this from outside, I would have been really mad. Oh, sorry, I meant to... Oh, I forgot I had to present it.
I do that every time, especially in the death of deductions.
Present.
Got it.
It just feels so natural, like, double-click to present. You?
Yes?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll never forget you, Doof.
By Jupiter, is that blood?
Arrgh!
This bloodstain proves 2 things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening.
Oh my.
And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
No!
Hmm. No.
No!
Hold
my god.
But the blood could have sprayed up when there was a fellow was stabbed inside the cabin like a horror movie. You see the Chainsaw Massacre? You yeah, it happens.
How does Fair Play know about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Your kids will love it. And only found its way to that one particular spot in the skylight? Sure. And that would have been very convenient. And let's keep in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself would have been able to open it now, would I?
But. There's anyone who knows about butts. It's me. There's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean.
Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? Tis all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows a poor fella dropped from the fair height right there. So it is.
Huh.
But it can't be. It's all lies.
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they?
Good talk.
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
It was new that the nice gentleman who gives us that delightful part couldn't have done such a thing, you see.
1-3 then, everyone. 1, 2,
Objection.
3.
Objection.
God
Oh,
damn
there it is.
Chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what we be referring to there now, Lord Van Sykes?
A blood stain on the frame of the skylight? Such evidence is null and void.
What? Why?
For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
What? What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
Objection.
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety.
Do I have to retract my statement saying that everyone at Scotland Yard needs to be fired?
No such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began.
But
Are you suggesting, Lord Van Sykes, that the stain of blood was...
Fabricated, my lord? Yes, and while this court has been in session.
what? Game, what are you doing? Mr. McGilded!
What a palaver. I don't know what that means.
Google?
We have to- Oh,
Go-
okay,
pulling up
I guess I
Google.
can-
Is this an unnecessarily elaborate or complex procedure?
Okay, makes sense.
Or a lengthy and unproductive discussion?
That sounds like all my discussions.
Same!
I must say, I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Sykes. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight to the bitter end. To the bitter end. Even if it's rolled up by tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I'm well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Tut tut, Lord Van Sykes. This will not do, to be sure. Will it now, Consul?
Oh, no!
I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood of the Skylight doesn't exist, you say? But if you will cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time?
Has it been?
It's been in the pocket mostly. How could anyone possibly have put a spear blood in without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, Consul?
It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time the court has been in session. Can you not debunk the pocket theory, please?
Pocket theory.
You're ruining my headcanon.
My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter. In your own words.
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can, because there was a single period in time where no one's eyes were on the omnibus. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh! Good gracious. Explain yourself, Counsel.
Yes, there is. Seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit.
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Oh, sorry, who is that talking? Was that Ryunosuke? I just gave him the sexy voice. Damn it!
What is going on?
What is going on? Be careful, Mr. Naruto. Cover your face. I was so enamored with the voice.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus.
I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
It's so bright. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Huh. Where is the omnibus right now?
Are you
Where?
wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger?
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Just trying to figure out what a gouger is.
One who gouges.
You know? That's accurate. Just about. Feckless. Gouger?
See, he doesn't know. You're supposed to be defending me. This is a wicked plot. This is a plot to undermine me. So it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same.
Yeah, facts don't care about your feelings, McGilded.
How's it feel, rich boy?
After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistencies, such as?
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I've said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning.
Unfortunately, Lord Van Zykes, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
That's
Well,
true.
the one the Scotland Yard people.
Where are the cameras in this time? If we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, why don't we have cameras?
Those are the cameras.
If we can film the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they exist. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? How could it shrink to the size of fitting in one man's pocket?
It's the magic omnibus. Not like the school bus, but omnibus.
Carlos! My lord,
Yes, counsel.
there is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
What did you going to say now?
You just cut out as soon as you screamed devils. That was the funniest thing.
Oh no. Oh no. Thanks, Discord. If you dare betray me, you little maggot, you better start watching your back. Oh, okay.
Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification.
Grrr.
This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial?
Obviously the one up there. I don't ever remember this mark.
Got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. I had to remember things from a month ago now. It's really hard.
I told you to review.
Okay, Professor Doof.
Good lord. Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue.
I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Huh. Huh.
Ah! This trial is over.
Mr. McGilded.
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it's all over now.
But you're the defendant.
It's over, I tell ya.
Oh my god.
That's gonna haunt you in your nightmares. That face. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. This is all nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that blasting is there. Oh.
Well,
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out today, it lasted an entire month.
an entire month.
An entire month.
Ace Attorney Edgeworth, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. I'm
new Ace Attorney fan in the chat. Woo!
I'm extremely sorry for the abysmal things you're gonna hear. I promise. We'll try our best.
That's good for non Reaper the Billion failed to present any decisive evidence at all.
Again, I apologize.
I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Sykes. Well, my lord?
Huh.
I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Sykes, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty. Yes. Which would mean we've won. But at what cost?
Cost.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes...
Oh,
man. That's interesting. This is interesting. I say it could be guilty still. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
what are you saying, man?
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent.
Good. Good gracious me!
You just, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You just put the trial into a freaking purgatory.
Order! Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocence into question? Are you of sound mind?
Eh. Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer. So it was. A grand decision.
What?
I must say, I didn't quite expect such an exciting spectacle at the end there. But still. Here,
Oh my
have
god.
this for your troubles.
This is 3D graphics. Ah,
Your job here is done, fella. And some fine work you've done. So you have.
what do you mean?
'Tis just as the right honorable gentleman so succulently put it afore. Afore.
The souk.
The suck.
The suck.
The trial could not go on anymore.
Oh, do.
And your closing statement there was, how do I put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
Wow.
I really don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said.
Good talk. The stinking rich are always guilty of something. Mark my words.
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man. He gave us such a lovely park. Yes.
I had to pass a $3 trillion infrastructure bill to get this park built. Imagine how much of a bipartisan nightmare that was.
Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea.
Thank you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Van Zykes,
My lord.
the case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
You can only do so much, man.
I know. When there's a smoke grenade,
That's a smoke grenade?
what are you
with
supposed
no
to
cameras?
do? What are you supposed to do?
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
I can't believe I'm defending Van Zykes, but I understand. But wait. When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zykes ordered the evidence to be secured.
And I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. What?
Van Zyke? It's been a pleasure, so it has. And for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Huh?
Do you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time?
'Tis the law at hand, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Ah,
Magnus McGilded.
Good grief! You have more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning.
Oh.
This is far from over.
Something to be looking forward to then.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty.
Man,
No claps, only murmurs.
this is... Yeah, this is unusual.
Uh-huh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, can't say I've ever experienced this in an Ace Attorney game.
Told you your mind was gonna get blown, didn't I tell you?
Huh. Shit. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. With the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. There's still more, okay. So say you can't end there. 18th February, 5:14 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. That certainly was a long trial. Yes, it was. Your first ever trial in foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Miss Usato. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? Who really died that day? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Doof,
Yeah.
is this you? I can only imagine
Oh.
because it would be the 11th.
I thought you did.
Mr. McGilded. Oh, and that girl's with him too.
Well, it seems the stories are true.
Oh, what stories?
About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you've been must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely.
I heard it was a sight to behold. Be sure it was. Now I have you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything.
What on earth are you saying, fella? How'd I walk out there a free man then?
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. 'Tis water under the bridge.
Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared. But nothing's resolved.
They said the name of the second game.
God damn it.
Only one thing that matters to me. Money.
Oh?
I,
12?
12. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and abstinent deed. 'Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now, the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details.
62 Wii's?
They'll see for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I have absolute faith in them, so I have, after all. I do be providing a good number of wages with all the taxes I pay.
Is this a social commentary?
No, he doesn't pay taxes. Are you kidding me?
It's not that funny.
So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. The guy's rich.
Oh my god. Oh no, I couldn't possibly accept that much.
Accept that much!
I want that many guinea pigs.
Ara, be whisked. You're a humble people, are ya? You from the east? Well, if you insist.
Oh my god.
But have this, still and all, you deserve a reward.
Where does it keep coming out of? Is he doing like sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
His
Mr.
sleight of
Magnus.
hand is at least 9.
Mr. Magnus
Okay.
McGilded. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom?
What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule.
Well, I must be making tracks now.
Huh?
'Tis time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
They're going to examine it again? Now?
Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do my best to help what I can. Do your best, do your best. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is.
Dude, we're gonna get DMCA'd.
No, don't worry, I'm too off key to get DMCA'd.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome. Now the VODs might get DMCA'd for that. We'll see.
Thanks, dude.
So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting you. I hope you have a will of a time. Welcome to the Werewash. How did it go? It was like, shoot, I forgot how it went from Shark Tale. Oh well. Why are you studying here in Great Britain?
Rinosuke's like, Magnus, you alright? Getting a little off track there.
Oh gosh, what's the? I'll have to look it up now.
Is that
God
the
damn it.
Terminal 7 under your hat? Were you Beppo all along? And there he goes, a free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too. Don't shoot me! Not this close! Don't move. Whereas I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I ain't all grown-ups. There you are! Or whoever that is. Who is that? Who are you? What is this music?
To be honest, I think this is actually Best Girl.
Mordion, how do we feel? How do we feel about this, Mordion? Oh my god.
Naughty, running off like that.
Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now?
And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher.
Don't worry, we're Mordion.
Oh my god!
Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor.
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all?
I just took my eyes off it for a moment, whilst I was changing onto a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
A was it now? I have no idea what this girl is talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory.
What? What for?
To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician.
What? You mean, say sorry?
You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before.
An adult?
I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me.
Are the bailiffs fine with just having guns in this building?
Fine, have it your way. Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that's what she what she wants is not to get shot by that massive gun of yours.
We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
She was a lively one. I agree.
Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too?
Yes, you're right. But where to?
Oh,
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. We've slept in this courtroom for a month. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff.
I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings.
But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
Don't worry though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to the worst, I've heard of a lovely...
Doof, don't die.
Sorry.
I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Please tell me you're not thinking of the Gilded Park.
I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but
Our youthfulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one.
oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable.
Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. And that 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room, or mansion. Oh my god, and so... the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over. Oh my god, okay.
Oh, is there something?
What's going on? Get the fire brigade!
Oh my god, the omnibus! That's in my pocket!
How did this happen? I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
Oh,
no
Jesus.
one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
Someone inside?
Who could it be?
Good God. There's someone in there.
Judge, no!
This can't be.
Oh.
We don't find out who was inside? Oh my god!
Who do you think it is, though?
I don't know!
Oh, okay.
Is it Magnus? Achievement unlocked Realm of the Reaper. What if it was Beppo? Pepper, no! That's where he disappeared to.
So I hope I didn't overhype Chapter 3 too much.
Oh my god. That's just like... that's a really, like... you know, in any of the 4 Ace Attorney games I've played... sorry, I just scraped my mic. In any of the 4 Ace Attorney games I've played, I don't. Has there ever been like an unsettling ending like that?
I don't think so.
Where like you're honestly on the wrong end?
Well, I mean, no, that there is that one case in was it Trials and Tribulations? No, it was the one before it.
Injustice for All?
There was the last case you were
Oh, yeah.
but it did get settled though.
Yeah. With,
Yes. But this is slightly different. Yeah.
Huh.
No spoilers, but we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when I played this chapter, I'm like, oh my god, this game is gonna be so different from any other Ace Attorney games, is it?
Huh. Shit, I was not expecting that cutscene at the end. That's like I need a little bit of music. What's the next one? Episode 4, The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro?
Yeah. Or I don't know how to pronounce that, I guess.
And then there's still yeah, still Unspeakable Story. God.
You're halfway through the game. Woohoo!
It feels weird. I feel like I haven't played this much.
I think I swear the second game is like twice as long as the first game.
Oh my god. I mean, luckily, like so far, each case has only taken about like 2 or 3 streams each. Like they're not overly long.
So far.
So far.
So far. Let's make that clear.
Yeah. Shit, man, that's a really unusual case. I'm sure that's obviously not going to be the last we're going to see McGilded and that whole storyline. Obviously, that's really weird. So is McGilded like the antagonist of this game?
You'll see.
God damn it, Doof. Huh. Yeah, that is not what I expected from this case.
Where did it all go wrong? I lost a case.
I mean, I won it, but at what cost? Not 1,000 guineas.
They should have accepted those 1,000 guineas.
I won all those guinea pigs. See, I could use the 1,000 guinea pigs just to, like, swarm around me and keep me warm. Smart thinking. Man. Shit. I hate that I'm streaming this game because I would probably just keep playing. So I could find out, like...
I know, right? It's definitely a game that makes you want to binge it.
Yeah. Especially that I was not expecting the cutscene. I was not expecting the omnibus to be lit aflame. To find out who's in it, and I don't know how to feel about Van Zykes. Like, you know, obviously any person that's been in that position before is among the best characters in the entire franchise. And each one's unique between like Miles and Franziska von Karma,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously Godot or Godot, however you say his name. So I'm trying to gauge like what's the catch with Van Zykes? Oh, and obviously, you know, Winston Payne. How can I forget Winston Payne? Damn. So far, I'd give this game like a 2 out of 10.
Wow.
3-star Yelp review.
Oh my gosh.
That's low. Bye, Phaser. Thanks for hanging out, Phaser.
Bye, Phaser.
Shit. How long of a case is case 4?
Probably at least twice as long as this case.
God damn. All right.
And then, the the fifth case is like 1.5 times longer than case 4.
Jesus Christ. How many, so, there are only the 5 cases in this one, right?
Yes, there's 5 cases in this case, and 5 cases the next case.
In the second one,
last
okay.
Game, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there were 6 at all, or...
No, I don't think so.
Justice for All only has the 4, right?
Justice for All has 5, I think.
Does it? I thought it had 4 cases.
Oh, I have some time to... Justice...
It has 5. Why can I not remember? Maybe I'm just trying to block the circus one out of my mind. The first one only had 4. Yeah, because it added the 5th one, didn't it? It was like a DLC thing.
Wait. Yeah. The
The
Rise from the Ashes was a DLC.
Yeah, the one with is that the one with Manfred? Or is that the final base case?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Justice for All is kind of its own little thing.
Justice for All is...
I mean, the Rise from the Ashes, I mean.
Yeah. It's...
Yeah. Justice for All only had 4. Why is that the case?
Justice for All only had the 4?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Lost Turnabout, Reunion and Turnabout, Big Top, and Farewell, My Turnabout.
I mean, to be fair, Turnabout Big Top takes like 20 years off your life.
Jeez.
Because that case is an absolute nightmare. I didn't mind it. I don't think I minded it as much as most people. But still, case is a rough one.
Farewell, My Turnabout was actually like crazy.
That is a top tier case. It's one of my favorite cases. I was like I loved the first game when I played it. Justice for All was like okay until I hit that 4th case.
Yeah, the last case really nails it.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, and then like I don't think there's a, unless I'm just misremembering, I don't think there's a dull moment in Trials and Tribulations.
No, everything's fire.
Yeah, Trials and Tribulations is just nonstop. I mean, it's like I hate using this term because like it's, you know, you're bound to find some problem. I think Trials and Tribulations is like a perfectly written game.
Oh.
It's a perfect game.
Apollo Justice only has 4 cases too.
Yeah, because then that the 5th one is the DLC, right?
Is there DLC?
I think so, because or it was added. It was added in a later. It was added in the DS version, I think.
Don't remember.
And
Okay, so-
that is Rise from the Ashes, I think. Yeah, Rise from the Ashes, an extra episode for the DS version of the game.
For Apollo Justice?
Or no, sorry, not for Apollo Justice. I'm dumb. I was thinking for the first game. Sorry, for Ace Attorney. Apollo Justice only has 4?
I guess so.
Huh.
I thought there was 5.
I thought there was 5.
To be fair, the last case lasts literally. It's like as big as like 2 cases though.
Apollo Justice. Oh yeah, it is only 4. Huh. Yeah, because Turnabout Succession, that's the one that's like... Isn't that the one you jump through different periods?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really wonky case.
It's very wonky.
I like that. I like that it's just bizarre, but man, it takes a while to get used to. Whatever it's called. The Mason system. I had to look it up.
The Mason system is basically its own chapter.
Yeah. I'd be curious to, like, rank or do a tier list for Ace Attorney cases.
Ooh, that could be good.
I wouldn't be able to do anything for, like, Dual Destinies or Spirit of Justice, but...
That's still like 25. Or not 25, like, I guess
20,
well, after.
23 now, right now, with the 3 in this game.
Yeah. And after you get all this done, in all the Chronicles, then it'll be like 30.
Yeah.
So that's still a big tier list.
Because, like, I honestly, I don't know what my favorite case is. Like,
Of the entire series?
yeah.
Well,
Because I gotta pull up Trials and Tribulations cases. Because the final case in Trials and Tribulations is ape shit. Whatever the name of that one is. Bridge to the Turnabout. That chapter is ridiculous.
I will say that Bridge to Turnabout and well, okay. I don't know how much I can say without like being like too spoily.
Yeah.
But the second game of Chronicles, the last two cases are linked together. Like they're
the last two?
separated, but they're pretty linked. But so it's really hard to like tear them apart, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But those two cases together is as good as Bridge to Turnabout, in my opinion.
Damn, Doof. That's
I know.
That's high praise.
It is really high praise, but it was so good. And now you can probably see why I think that this game is just as good as Trials and Tribulations.
Damn, Doof. You understand like how high you're setting my expectations.
I still don't know if it's like as good, but it is on the same level. Or maybe like a fourth step below it.
Damn. Because like you know, my favorite thing about Trials and Tribulations, and I've said this before, Trials and Tribulations, it knows how good of a game it is if it can give you a character like Luke Atme in the second case. Luke Atme is like a last case type of character. He's that type of personality, and they just throw him at you a one-off in the second case. That's how insane Trials and Tribulations is.
At me.
Zavari.
Was Pain in the first case again?
In Trials and Tribulations?
Yeah.
Which one is that? Well, the first case in Trials and Tribulations is the one that's back in the past. And that's... Who is
Take
the...
you back to the past.
It is Winston Payne.
Okay.
Yeah, it is Winston.
Oh, this is where Mia Fey... Oh, yeah, the Mia Fey was the
Yep.
was the attorney. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember now. Okay.
Yeah, either...
He still had hair. Oh, my God.
I know! Yeah, probably my favorite case in the series so far either probably comes down to Bridge to the Turnabout or Turnabout Goodbyes. It's one of those two, probably. Because anything that has to do with Miles Edgeworth is chef's kiss. I adore that man. I would...
When are you gonna stream the DS games of him?
Oh my god. You know, I've thought about it. I honestly have thought about it.
Honestly, at this point, it's an inevitability.
Oh yeah.
Not if, but when.
I don't know much about the Miles Edgeworth games. They're different, aren't they?
Yes.
I don't exactly know how they work. I've tried to stay like sort of away from looking at them. Just for when I eventually do play them. I'll never understand why they haven't been re-released on anything. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna play the two Miles Edgeworth games. Because then I need to finish Dual Destinies and play Spirit of Justice. Damn. And this is like, you know, back on Great Ace Attorney. You throw this case at us. The chapter, the episode after you kill off Kazuma. I mean, this game is going everywhere.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, it's off the, like, you know, I don't think the only other game I think that doesn't do that is Trials and Tribulation. So it's on a good track right now.
And you're only at the beginning. You're only at the beginning.
God damn. Why do I have 3 DMs on Discord? One, they're
From
all
Smasher.
from different people. One of them is Smasher.
I knew it. I'm so good.
What is Smasher sending me? She sent me the Jabasted emote 4 hours ago. Aw, I just saw yours, do. Oh my god, and the one is Verve's. God damn it, Verve. God damn it, Mordion. Verve DM'd me the that one Pokemon form. You know the one, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know the one. Verve, I still don't know how I feel about that design. It's really weird. Man. But what a day. What a case.
What a mood.
And now I gotta stay off, like, any Ace Attorney related things for 2 days. And I swear to God, I'm gonna start up case 4, and I'm not gonna find out who was in the omnibus.
I'll be there for start of case 4.
God damn.
I think I started working at 10 that day.
God damn it, Doof. Doof, are you here tomorrow?
Yes, I don't start working until 5 p.m. your time tomorrow.
So you're gonna
I'll-
catch the end of part 3.
Yep. I'll be there for at least most of it.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. These are the 2 chapters where everything starts going off the rails. Someone's gonna die. Identities will be revealed. It's gonna be, I won't say. New people will appear. I suppose I can say that.
Oh my gosh.
There may also be animal girls. May. There may not be. I don't know. I'm just gonna make Mordion feel pain for the next, like, 19 hours. But, Doof,
Yes.
thank you for joining me
You're
today.
I'm gonna post a bunch of images in the meme channel.
Oh my god, what have you done?
I found an article.
Oh my god, Doof. Why are you the way that you are, Doof?
Oh no.
Been asking that for a very long time.
Yeah, you have. Yes, you have.
Doof, are you sure?
Hi. Are you sure?
No. But that's all I've gotten me. I'm tired. I've been through a lot. I had to hear Doof say we 97 times.
We lass.
98 times. What a schmuck. But, that's all I've got. This is a hell of an experience. Fire Emblem tomorrow. I'm gonna pull up like Fire Emblem Heroes in a little bit and only be able to move units like 2 spaces, and it's gonna be like a nightmare after being able to move characters like 12 spaces yesterday.
I keep meaning to start up Pokemon Masters EX.
God damn, I should too.
Okay, well we'll do it together. When you do it, I'll do it.
And then you're just gonna beat me up.
You sure?
You're the real Pokemon master, dude.
I'm not that good at Pokemon.
Dude, if only one of us has a Pokemon in their profile picture.
It's true. It's very true. Which I'm gonna update sometime in the future.
To this day,
It's still gonna be Flygon though.
to this day, I still believe that Flygon picture's from a hentai.
Oh my gosh, it's not from hentai. You want me to give you the source? Yeah, I'll give you the source. So just take a second.
The source is the worst possible thing you could have said. That is the worst possible word to use.
Okay, I got it. I got the link, and I'm gonna post it.
What, in the Not Safe for Work channel?
No, I'm gonna post it in the chat.
Dude, you're gonna get banned. Oh, dude, what are you posting this stuff for? The Flygon is naked.
No, but Pokemon, they're all naked.
Flygon's presenting itself.
Okay, I have no excuse for that.
Did Alexa just go off? Or Siri?
No, that's just my natural ringtone.
Oh.
I'm too lazy to have a unique one yet.
No Earthbound ringtone anymore?
I mean, I got a new phone, so I haven't set it up yet.
This is a new era of Doof.
I know.
What a character arc. But, alright. I'm gonna head off. I gotta eat. Doof has made me hungry.
You're welcome. I ate already.
God damn it, Doof. You had a pizza. At 10 in the morning.
It was a whole pizza.
At 10 in the morning.
It was a Jack's Chicken Supreme pizza.
At 10 in the morning. Doof. You're cracked.
Thanks.
I love you, Doof.
I love you too.
Thanks for hanging out today. I'm excited to have you tomorrow, too.
Oh, yeah.
You have made today the best Great Ace Attorney stream.
Thank you.
And we're gonna do this again.
Oh, jeez.
At some point.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to do more voices.
Just call me up. And if I'm free,
Doof,
I'll try to do Grandma Obama again.
Doof, I need you to do another Irish voice.
Oh my gosh.
I need you to say I 12 times.
I
need a soundboard where I can just record Doof saying I so I can just play it whenever it happens. But, alright. Doof, I love you. Thanks for hanging out today.
Alright, bye.
Bye, Doof.
Have fun. I'm just gonna be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel all night, so have fun.
I hope your kitty doesn't knock over any more plants in the meanwhile.
Gosh, where is he? Oh, he's on top of the fridge again. Okay.
Famous last words, Doof.
Oh, I know, right?
Bye, Doof.
Alright, bye.
Oh my god. Well, that's all I've got for me today. What do you mean, bad lawyering skills? What do you mean? I got through that without any pain. I'm a master of raisins. Raisins in my toast. At Waffle House. Oh my god. When am I gonna find a cheesy restaurant theme? Burn alert. Oh my god. At some point very soon, I'm gonna change the this is the last thing I'll say for the day. At some point, I'm gonna change the say the line bar, that alert. I'm gonna keep that bit, but I'm gonna change what is actually said. I won't say what it is. I know what it's gonna be. I won't say what it is. I just know that I'm going to hate it, and other people, particularly one person here, will very much enjoy it, and I am not excited about it. So to that one person, fuck you. You know who you are. They're the cause of it. But that's all I got for the day. I love you guys. Radiant Dawn tomorrow. We'll finish up part 3. Get myself some bits. So we're out in the second game. Oh. So we were going through, oh my god, 2 things on that. Firstly, we're going through similar periods in time, but secondly, that feels like forever ago now. That was what, August? Ish? Question mark? That was a while ago. Wow. I don't even remember. But yeah. Fire Emblem tomorrow. We will finish part 3 of Radiant Dawn. We'll at least get those 2 chapters done. I'm not sure if we'll start part 4 because there's going to be a lot that happens at the end of part 3. A lot of dialogue, just a lot of things. Including, again, probably the 2 most beloved chapters of the game. Including one that is probably my favorite. The first one we'll tackle tomorrow, 313. A very well-known Fire Emblem chapter. That's for tomorrow, though. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out today. We'll get back to this on Friday. At some point, we'll start episode 4. Or whatever, I already forget what the name of episode 4 was. It was something crazy, though. It was something I didn't know exactly how to pronounce. That's how I remember it. So, and to Doof, thank you again for joining us, Doof. It was ridiculous. Mordion and Verve, thank you both also for hanging out. To Future Unstoppable, who eventually watches this VOD. I don't know how to feel Unstoppable. I don't know how to feel. I understand. You'll understand why I say I understand. Hi, Future Unstoppable. Bye, Future Unstoppable. And to Future Meta, who may one day watch this VOD, thank you for buying me this game. And why? Have a great rest of your, what is it, Wednesday? Wednesday. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I don't have anything funny to post, I don't think. Oh, actually, I do. This is fitting for today. Oh, John. I broke Winge. I hope I never see First again. Ever. I'm never doing Garfield again. I broke wind. I did an oopsie, John. Goodbye.